Reading section consists of 3 until 4 academic passages, each about 700 words long with 10 questions per message. Test the ability to understand main idea, details, inference, vocabulary, and rhetorical function. Question type include factual, inference, vocabulary, reference, sentence simplification, insert sentence, and semi-completion. Strategies: skim the passage first, focus on keywords, and practice time management. 2. Listening section includes 4 until 6 lecture, 3 until 5 minutes long, and 2 until 3 conversation, 3 minutes long. Test the ability to understand main idea, details, speaker attitudes, organization, and relationship between idea. Questions type: basic comprehension, pragmatic understanding, and connecting information. Strategies: take notes efficiently, focus on speaker intent, and recognize signal words. 3. Speaking section contains 4 tasks. 1. Independent text, personal opinion, and 3. Integrate text based on reading and listening. Evaluates fluency, coherence, pronouns, and grammar. Request structure response with 45 until 60 seconds. Strategies: use a clear structure, intro, main points, conclusion, practice speaking naturally, and manage time well. Rating section includes 2 talks, integrate rating, read plus listen, then summarize, and independent rating, expressing an opinion. Request well organized essays with clear test statement, exporting ideas, and transition. Strategies: outline before rating, use varied vocabulary and grammar, and appropriate response. General test tasking tips: time management is crucial in all sections. Note taking skills help in listening, speaking, and reading. Practice regularly to improve fluency and confidence. Familiarize yourself with question types to reduce test anxiety. This section emphasizes understanding the format and developing strategies to maximize performance in each part of TOEFL IBT. Okay, thank you.
TOEFL listening section. Definition of TOEFL listening. TOEFL listening is a section of the TOEFL IBT test that measures the ability to understand spoken English in academic and campus life context. This section assesses comparison of conversation and lecture in university setting. TOEFL listening format. This section has 2 formats. 1. Short format, 2 conversation and 4 lecture. 2. Long format, 3 conversation and 6 lecture. Each conversation and lecture is played only once. Duration: 1. Short format, 20 minutes to answer the question. 2. Long format, 13 minutes to answer the question. The listening time is not included in this time limit. Type of material in TOEFL listening. Conversation. A dialogue between two people in campus environment, between a student and professor or a student and campus staff. Usually discusses academic topics or campus issues, such as class registration, assessment, or university facilities. Academic lecture. A monologue or discussion in a university classroom covering topics in science, social science, humanities, or arts. May involve a professor delivering material or a Q&A session between a professor and student. Types of question in TOEFL listening. Each conversation or lecture includes 5-6 questions, which may include 1. Main idea question. Ask about the central idea or main point of the conversation or lecture. 2. Detailed question. Test comprehensive on of specific information. 3. Function question. Identify the purpose or intent of the speaker's statement. And the next inference question. Make your drawing conclusion from the given information. Organization question. Analyze the structure or flow of the lecture. And the last attitude question. Identify the speaker attitude or feelings about a topic. Preparation before listening. Adjust the headset volume before starting the test. Once the test begins, you cannot change it. Stay focused and ready to listen from the beginning. Do not get distracted by long introduction. Strategies during listening. 1. Use the preview to listen carefully to the introduction as it provides context about the conversation or lecture topic. 3. Utilize visual. 4. Images and diagrams can help you understand the conversation. 5. Do not focus too much on pictures of people. Instead, pay attention to objects, maps, or charts. Read the screen text. Question and answer choices appear on the screen, so use them as a guide. And the next, if needed, close your eyes or look away. Be free to focus on the audio. Understand campus context. TOEFL listening often reflects campus life, such as student discussion, lecture, or interaction with professor. Learn academic vocabulary and campus-related terms to understand conversations better. Stay focused and calm. The test environment may not be ideal. Background noise, other students writing, and each other. Control your reaction to discussion by focusing on the screen and your notes. Applying academic skill to TOEFL listening. Taking notes. Write down key points and important detail from the conversation or lecture. Recognizing paraphrase. Many answer choice in the TOEFL or paraphrase version of what you hear. Summarizing. The first question often asks about the purpose of the conversation or the main idea of the lecture. Summarizing helps understand connecting between ideas. Synthesizing, combining different pieces of information from the conversation or lecture to answer question accurately. By following these strategies, you can improve your comparison and performance in the TOEFL listening section. Thank you.
TOEFL speaking section. The TOEFL speaking section measures your ability to communicate effectively in English, especially in academic setting. Consists of 4 tests: 1 independent test where you express your opinion on a given topic, 3 integrated tasks where you read, listen, and then speak based on the information provided. The total duration 17 minutes, and responses are recorded and scored based on clarity, grammar, pronunciation, fluency, and vocabulary. TOEFL speaking structure. The TOEFL speaking section consists of 4 tasks divided into 2 categories. Independent task. For task 1, you will answer a question based on your own experience and opinions. The response should be well structured with a clear introduction, body, and conclusion. Preparation time 15 seconds and speaking time 45 seconds. Integrated tasks. Tasks 2, 3, and 4. These tasks combine reading, listening, and speaking skills. You will read a passage, listen to a conversation or lecture, and then summarize the information. Preparation time 20 until 30 seconds and speaking time 60 seconds. Task. Task 1, independent task. You express your personal opinion on a given topic. Preparation time 15 seconds and speaking time 45 seconds. Example, do you prefer studying alone or in a group? Why? Tips, provide clear reasons and examples. Task 2, campus conversations. Read a short campus-related announcement. Listen to conversations between 2 students. Summarize their opinion and key points. Preparation time 30 seconds and speaking time 60 seconds. Task 3, academic reading plus lecture. Read a short passage about an academic concept. Listen to a lecture or explaining or countering it. Explain how the lecture supports or contrasts with the text. Preparation 30 seconds, speaking 60 seconds. Task 4, academic lecture summary. No reading passage, only a spoken lecture. Summarize the main ideas and key details. Preparation 20 seconds and speaking 60 seconds. Tip, focus on key points and examples given by the professor. How TOEFL speaking is scored. 1. Delivery. Speak clearly, naturally, and with good pacing. Avoid long pauses or hesitations. 2. Language use. Use a variety of sentence structures. Avoid major grammatical mistakes. 3. Topic development. Organize ideas logically. Provide clear examples and reasons. 4. Overall score. Each task is scored from 0 until 4. The total speaking score is converted to a 0 until 30 scale. Common mistakes in TOEFL speaking. Speaking too fast or too slow. Overusing fillers, not answering the question directly, lacking supporting examples or explanations, poor pronunciations.
The summary of TOEFL writing section. The TOEFL writing section evaluates your ability to compose college-level essays in English. It consists of 2 tasks, the integrated essays and the independent essays. First, we will discuss about integrated essay. The task is you will read a short academic passage and then listen to a lecture on the same subject. The passage and the lecture of the present, opposing, or complementary viewpoints. You must synthesize information from both sources into a coherent essay. The time you will have 20 minutes to plan, write, and revise. The length is between 150 to 225 words. In the process, you have to take notes while reading and listening, as the reading passage disappears during the lecture, but returns when you write. Focus on the relationship between the reading and the lecture. Example topics: synthesis of opposing ideas, Sigmund Freud, wish fulfillment theory of dream versus Hobson and Macaulay, activation synthesis theory. Synthesis of supporting ideas, the nebular hypothesis explaining solar system formation supported by computer models simulating the process. The second one, independent essay. The task, you will respond to a question based on your personal opinion of familiar topic. The time, you will be given 30 minutes to plan, write, and revise. Length, between 300 to 350 words. Process, provide a clear opinion with supporting arguments and examples. The key elements of evaluation. The key elements and evaluation criteria for integrated essay, similar principles apply to independent essay, with an emphasis on well-supported arguments and personal ideas. First, addresses the topic. Directly answer the question asked. Second, content accuracy. Minimize inaccuracies when presenting information. Third, organization. Present information in a clear, logical, and well-organized manner. Fourth, coherence. Sentences and ideas flow logically with clear connection. Fifth, support. Provide supporting details and example for main ideas. Sixth, completeness. Expresses complete thoughts. Next, comprehensibility, meaning is easy to understand. Vocabulary. This demonstrates a wide range of vocabulary. Paraphrasing expresses information using your own words. Attribution credits sources appropriately. Grammar and idioms contains minimal errors in grammars and idiom usage. Length adheres to specified word count range. And the example from the text for integrated essay opposing idea, fruit, dream theory versus activation synthesis of. Example from the text integrated essay opposing ideas, fruit dream theory versus activation synthesis. For reading, fruit suggests dreams are expression or repressed desires using symbols. Lecture. Hobson and McCarley state dreams are simple chemical responses in the brain lacking hidden meaning. Integrated essay. For supporting ideas. Nebular hypothesis. Reading explains the nebular hypothesis of solar system formation. Lecture discusses computer models that support the nebular hypothesis. Now, let's hop on to the next topic, academic skills, taking notes. So let's start by discussing some common challenges in note-taking. First, we often struggle with the speed of the professor lecture. It can be difficult to keep up. Second, identifying main ideas and key facts can be tricky, especially when the lecture is dense with information. Lastly, organizing notes effectively for different purposes, such as studying or writing assignments, is another challenge many students face.
Now, let's look at the learning objective for this session. By the end of this presentation, you should be able to first organize your notes effectively, 2. Identify important information during lectures or readings, 3. Take notes quickly and efficiently. Why is note-taking important? Here are some key benefits. It enhances your understanding of material by helping you process and retain information. 2. Well-organized notes prepare you for exams and assignments. 3. Strong note-taking skill contribute to success in academic programs and tests like the TOEFL. Let's move on strategies for organizing your notes. First, anticipate the purpose of the lecture or reading. This helps you focus on relevant information. Second, divide your paper into columns to make your notes more structured. Lastly, separate main points from minor points so that your notes are clear and easy to review. Understanding the purpose of a lecture or reading is essential for effective note-taking. Here are some common purposes to consider. Definition. What is it? Description and example. What are its characteristics? Classification. Which group does it belong to? Order. What is the sequence? Comparison and contrast. What are the similarities and differences? Cause and effects. What are the causes? What happened? Problem and solution. Why is this a problem? What is the solution? Persuasion or evaluation. Why should it be supported or rejected? Dividing your paper into columns can make note-taking more organized. For example, 2-column notes have a main topic or idea on the left and details or examples on the right side. Another method is main idea or my ideas.
where you write main ideas at the top and add personal thoughts below. When separating main points from minor points, write main ideas in the left column and examples or details in the right column. This distinction helps you focus on what's most important while still capturing supporting information. How do we identify important information during lectures or readings? First, pay attention to keywords and notice cues in speech or writing that signal significance. Here are some examples of keywords that can help you identify important information based on context. For definition is known as, means refers to. For description and example are consists of, for example, specifically. For classification are types of, groups of. For order of sequence are first, next, and finally. For comparison and contrast is are similar to or in contrast. For cause and effect, because or therefore. For problem and solution, problem or solution. For persuasion or evaluation, should, must, or in conclusion.
Academic skills and strategies for TOEFL. Reading skills. 1. Identifying main ideas. Understanding the central theme of a passage is crucial. 2. Recognizing supporting details. Identifying examples and evidence that back up main ideas. 3. Making inferences. Determining implicit meanings based on provided information. 4. Understanding vocabulary in context. Using context clue to determine word meanings. 5. Recognizing organizational patterns. Identifying how information is structured. Cause effects, comparison contrast, and others. Listening skills. 1. Identifying main and supporting ideas, focusing on primary themes and details. 2. Recognizing speaker's attitude and purpose, understanding tone and intention. 3. Understanding relationships, connecting ideas such as comparisons, causes, and conclusions. 4. Note-taking strategies, capturing key points efficiently for reference. Speaking skills. 1. Independent speaking task, structuring responses within a limited time frame. 2. Integrated speaking tasks, combining reading and listening skills to respond effectively. 3. Using clear pronunciation and intonation, enhancing clarity and comprehension. 4. Providing relevant and coherent responses, staying on topic and well organized. Writing skills. 1. Integrated writing, summarizing and comparing information from a reading passage and a lecture. 2. Independent writing, developing an argument or opinion with supporting evidence. 3. Using effective sentence structure, ensuring clarity and readability. 4. Grammar and vocabulary use, avoiding errors and using varied vocabulary. Task-taking strategies. 1. Time management, allocating time efficiently across sections. 2. Eliminating wrong answers, using logic to narrow down choices. 3. Practicing with sample questions, enhancing familiarity with the task format. 4. Staying calm and focused, managing stress for better performance. The section provides crucial strategies and skills necessary for excelling in the TOEFL exam, emphasizing practice and structured approaches to each section.
The art of paraphrasing. Techniques and practice. Paraphrasing means rewriting someone else's ideas in your own words while keeping the same meaning. It is important because it helps you avoid plagiarism, show that you understand the material, and improve your writing skills. Techniques for paraphrasing. First, using synonyms. Synonyms are words that have the same or similar meanings. You can replace words in a sentence with synonyms to create a paraphrase. Example: original, Thomas Edison was a very curious child. Paraphrase: Thomas Edison was a very inquisitive child. Tip: use a thesaurus to find synonyms, but make sure the word fits the context. Second, using phrases. Instead of replacing a word with just one synonym, you can replace it with a short phrase that has the same meaning. Example: original. Phrases go before. The third, phrasal verb. A phrasal verb is a verb combined with a preposition or a verb that changes its meaning. In formal writing, you can replace phrasal verb with a single word verb. For example, you can see on the screen. Okay, next, making explanation. If you don't know the exact word to use, you can describe its meaning instead. Example: original farmer. Paraphrase: a person who grows crop or raises animal for food. The fifth, changing sentence structure. You can also change the grammar of a sentence without changing its meaning. Some ways to do this include changing the order of events, before, after, using different types of clauses, not only, but also changing cause and effect relationship, because as a result, writing comparisons, contrasts, or negatives using the passive voice. Practice exercise chronology. Practice change the sentence using before or after. For example, after Queen Mary died in 1558, her half-sister Elizabeth became queen. Cause and effect practice. Change the sentence using because or as a result. Example: incentive help works be more productive. Additional tips: read carefully and make sure you understand the original text. Check your paraphrase to make sure the meaning is still correct. Keep practicing. The more you do it, the better you'll become. Conclusion: paraphrasing is an essential skill for academic writing. You can improve by using different techniques and practicing regularly.